Welcome back to Still Talking Uncut. I'm your host, Big Easy. My co-host, No Show, Sean Rixey, will show, but don't make me eat my words. He'll be here. He's having technical difficulties. Couldn't wait no longer. Had to get here. All the masters will join me in because me and the master shared a hell of a weekend together, man. I'm looking forward to
Well,
talking about it. So, welcome back. Sorry we've been gone so long, man. We've had a lot going on, and we just ain't had time, man. Ain't had time. So we, we're here now. So that's all that matters. So we're gonna be back next Wednesday too. We're gonna have Dan Gray because we got the Farm to Bottle Festival coming up. Really looking forward to the Farm to Bottle Festival, man. It's uh, it's gonna be legit this year. If you don't know about the Farm to Bottle Festival, you best get on there and check it out. So
absolutely.
Mr. No Show Rixby's going to join us as soon as he can. He's thanks, Gordon, Justin. Sorry we've been gone so long. We've been busy, man. I believe last time I spoke to y'all was we had that quick little session with JJ. He was able to come on for a minute. We appreciate him giving us his time. That's a busy dude, but I, I believe it was right before I went to New Straight School back in when was that? Memorial Day? Yeah, damn. It's
Wow.
been a while. That's Summer rolls by quick, man. You get all these festivals going on, and before you know it, you know what I'm saying? It's over. We're gonna skip the what you sipping on part because I ain't sipping on shit tonight. I sipped on enough Friday and Saturday. I'm good for this evening. Uh,
We definitely made a little bit of alcohol disappear over the weekend.
yeah, I put it in on Saturday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went down to New Straitsville Festival in May, and drove 2.5 hours there, and they didn't have anything moonshine related.
Wow.
Like there wasn't nothing moonshine related at this moonshine festival, man. So I really don't believe that I'll be back to New Straitsville again unless they
Yeah.
get on the ball and fix some things, man. Like we went down there and we drove 2.5 hours, but we stopped by Old Cedar Falls and Hockey Hills first on the way. Uh, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, that's
for,
the good part about that. It's beautiful down there.
yeah, it
So
is.
at least you got a good little bit of a
And
vacation.
we went down there and it was like there's no alcohol, there's no moonshine. It was just a music festival. Now I was very disappointed in
Hmm.
it. So hopefully it'll get back to what it was
Yeah.
even last year, year before, But
Yeah, there was a little bit last year.
they did. I was like, "Where's the still shit?" And they're like, "There's a still running behind the building." They had the still running. I'll give them that. But that was it, man. Like I don't know. There
Uh,
wasn't no liquor. How you gonna have moonshine festival without moonshine?
you got to have the
So,
moonshine.
uh, and then what? Shortly after that, I went down to Beattyville. Um, hey, you want to talk about a good time, man? Dude, I met up with there were so many folks down there in Beattyville this year compared to last year.
Yeah.
Like damn near a half the Moonshine Militia was down there, and old Crumb and Damon and all them. You had old Moonshiner Red down there. They do this. Your normal folks were down there,
Hmm.
The only person I didn't see this year was old Daryl, but he's running that distillery, so
Yeah.
hard to get away when you got an everyday job that's yours. But that was a really good time. It's beautiful down there. We was all hanging out by the pool, drinking at the end of the night, just like you do. That's what you do when you go to Beattyville. At the end of the night, you sit down by the pool and you pass jars. So me, man. Like I got black cherry, I got blueberry lemonade, and then for you fellers that want the good shit, I got peach brandy. 105 and clear. Like that's my thing. Uh,
Yeah.
so it was cool. It was cool. We're hanging out down there, and we're all passing around jars, and there's like these linemen are in town. Like fix the power lines, hang the power lines, things like that, and they come over like one to know you. See, even still to this day, like moonshine has a lore to it when you talk to people who aren't used to it, who aren't used to seeing it. It's not around them all. Like for us, it's just it's second nature. You know
Second
what I'm
nature.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's just jar of liquor.
Yeah.
That's jar of liquor. Oh, yeah, it's just blueberry lemonade, or that's Matt's strawberry. Hey, shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else. But like when you
It's
get
not
around people,
uncommon.
or you get in an area to where it's still shunned upon, or it's still taboo, or it's still really illegal, then you really see, it brings a sparkle to people's eyes. How you doing, Michael? Like, let's be for real. You, like, when you talk to somebody about moonshine who doesn't know about it, and then they always say, I don't like it, it's gross, because they tried something terrible, and you let them try something and they really, 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 really like it, you can see that sparkle in their eyes, and it's just like,
yeah.
it lights up. You know what I'm
Hell,
saying?
how many times we've been together, I've watched you do that. Just hand a jar to somebody like, well, you don't like it? Try this.
Try this. Yeah, that's always
like,
my thing. Like,
well,
you don't
wait
like
a minute.
it? Try this. Yeah. I mean, hey, you don't know unless you try it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, you got to try it a second time just to make sure. Because
Easy. You do that enough that if we go out and do something and you don't pull that one out of your ass somewhere, I'm disappointed. Because like every time we do something, you do that.
Oh, there's always somebody. People love me, man. I like talking to them. They enjoy talking to me, and we have a good time.
Oh
always.
yeah.
That was real prevalent this weekend. So
yeah.
But so we're getting ahead of ourselves. So after
slow down.
Then we went to the jam. The jam was wild. They were really strict inside the grounds. So in the future, if anybody goes to the jam, you go on the ground, don't take any liquor inside. They're really cracking down over the last couple of years, maybe because we bragged about how much fun we had. So like when we were in Maggie Valley, man, there were some issues where somebody let somebody try something, and all of a sudden they roll up and they start checking coolers and things like that, and really shit on our parade. But let's be for real, you know what I'm saying? Like we're at a moonshine festival, not allowed to have any moonshine. Not even allowed to drink our own little bit of stuff. Not like when we're in Babyville, they turn a blind eye. Like, man, pretty much do what you want. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't causing no shit. And it's like it's that type of festival. Like I believe when you have an event, a moonshine event, there's got to be some type of you got to let the guys do their thing, because that's the draw.
At Beattyville, I caught that out of the corner of my eye. We was passing the jar around. There was 3 cops, and they were walking that way. And one stopped and kind of looked and just turned around and walked the other way.
Yep,
that's cool.
Let them do what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is for. This draw, these guys are bringing money into this town.
Tons of money.
And that's what like you said, tons of money. So let them just do what they want. Just like if you're at a show and your shiners there, like you gotta let them do their thing, man. Like we want to drink some good illegal liquor, and we'll buy beer and shit like that, or a mixed drink, or a shot. But you know what I'm saying, like.
And on the other side of it too, I mean, that's been going on for years. It's not like everybody's just getting trash and acting stupid and tearing stuff up. I mean, we're just sampling and feeling good.
You're right. It's feeling good. All these, we get all these shiners together, man. And it's always just a good time. And Michael, Cooler Gate. That's what it was this year, man. They wasn't checking everybody's cooler, but once they checked one dude's cooler and they made him go through some bullshit, then it was like from that on out, if you had shit there, you was getting it out real quick before anybody seen it, before it was an issue. So just in the future, if you go to the jam, you go on the ground, just don't take no liquor in there and save it for afterwards. Because I'll tell you, the most wild thing about that is after the festival was over, we were right in front of the fairgrounds at the Comfort Inn having a block party, bro. Like, we had a block party out there. There was we had 100 and something jars just sitting around. There's groups of people, smoking whatever they're smoking on. And this is all out in the open, up by the road. We're just opening, like, try this, try that. Everybody's passing. Like, it was insane that the level of policing they did inside the fairgrounds, but then just there was no issue outside doing whatever you want. Like right after the festival was over, there were groups standing out in the parking lot in jar circles. So it was just like as long as it didn't go on inside the gate, it was good apparently. But and if that's what they got to do to be able to keep having that festival, then everybody will abide by it, and it's all good. And now we know 100% that cover your six, leave your shit in the car till after the festival. that's the public service announcement for the jam. Still a wonderful time. Just don't bother bringing nothing inside unless you fill up a water bottle. Then don't nobody know shit.
Yeah,
that's the key. Shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed that one.
Oh, it happens. I mean, it ain't easy to go 8 hours away, at all the damn time. So,
yeah.
We went down early, went over to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. Kids wanted to go up to Anakista, and it's raining and stuff. And I'm like, I'll go, but dude, they got a shuttle bus now that will drive you up that mountain. You ain't got to ride on that white knuckling, fearing for your life on a little ass swing going up the side. You ain't got to do that no more, man. They will drive your ass up to the top. That's where it is. That had my name all over it. It takes like 30 minutes longer than riding it. Don't care. Like that's how I went up. They were mad. They got rained on. And I was like, well, you knew it was raining. I was dry. Like when you're the biggest person around and you're dry and everybody else is wet, people look at you kind of weird. Like, man, how is that too dry?
Yeah. I always ride the truck up.
My bad. Sean ain't coming. He's having internet problems. That's all right. He'll watch. Hop in the comment section, Sean. Like a dick. That's fine. We're going to talk about him not showing up anyways. But he's going to be at Farm to Bottle. I'll tell you right now, Sean's going to be at Farm to Bottle, even if I've got to hog tie him up and throw him in the back of the Jeep and tote his ass down there. Sean's ass is going to be at Farm to Bottle. You can quote me on that. But,
yeah.
All right, so
if I have to pick him up on the way, he'll be there.
The next big thing that we got into was old Big Chuck from Moonshiners, musician, moonshiner down in Arkansas. He had his final show in Arkadelphia last night, and a few months back,
Bean, you got my word on it, buddy.
I'll get him with him, and he had a Cadillac he wanted to get rid of, and I was in the market for a Cadillac, and always in the market for a beautiful Cadillac, and so he invited me and Sean down to go check out his show, and things happened and Sean couldn't make it, and so I was like, "Hey Matt, man, you want to ride with me? I'm going." I was going by myself regardless, and so I'm like, we hop in the truck. Matt gets over here about 7 on Thursday night, and I'm like, let's ride, bro. We're going to Arkansas. Like, it's 750 miles from here. And I'm like, we're going to Arkansas. We're going to attend Chuck's big show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna test drive his Cadillac. I want you to check the brakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everything's all good. And he damn right, Gordon, everybody's shocked. That's why we changed his name from late to no show.
No show.
It's a progression. Like I said, he'll be at Farm to Bottle.
He stepped up his game.
Yeah, it's the advancement. So Matt gets to my house about 7:15 p.m. our time, and I'm like, all right, man, we're gonna drive. Try to get about halfway, and we just start driving, and we're headed down. I ain't got no liquor on me, we're driving 800 miles. I'm not transporting no alcohol with me. And so we're driving, and then all of a sudden, all I hear is like, I don't know if I've got something, if I've got a leaking ass exhaust, I got a blown out tire.
You were warned.
and all of a sudden it's just like, and I'm just like, what the hell? I thought I was riding on the rumble strips. Fucking Matt's beside me cutting down trees. I'm over here turning up the radio so I have to hear him snoring. Like, and I thought he was dying. Like, bro, are you alive? Are you want to lay down, man? Roll over, bro. Roll over. And
you were warned.
His wife did warn me. We had a big conversation about sawing logs over here. And I tell you what's funny. So we drive, and I end up going. I drive about 8 hours, and total. And so we stop and we get a hotel. And I got this thing, like I'm always one of my buddies, and we talk about going somewhere or staying somewhere. I'm like, look, man, I need my own room. I can't stay in a room with someone else and I'm always like, because if you're a large-ular feller like me, you're going to struggle to stay alive and breathe while you sleep. And if I got to hear you struggle to breathe, then I can't sleep myself. Like it's terrible enough when I got to listen to, somebody else. And so we're like,
hey, Lisa.
From now on, I knew I was warned. We had this conversation. I'm just telling the story, and so we get a hotel, go in, and I'm like, hey man, how much are rooms? And he's like, $80. I got 2 full beds in one room. I'm like, full? Like full? Like I'm supposed to sleep in a full ass mattress, right? Like when I lay in a king mattress, how I sleep my stomach, my feet hang off the end of the mattress just to my ankles in a king. And so like I'm laying in this, I lay down and we're chilling. And fucking Matt's out in minutes, man.
Yeah, I know what your problem was. I didn't have any issues. I slept
me, Gordon, trust me, that crossed my mind. That straight up, like. I had my heater with me. I thought about using that thing, and so he's out instantly. And I bring a box fan everywhere I go because I struggle to go to sleep. And I got the fan on high, and I'm laying there, and all I hear is fucking lumberjack, 3 feet over. And so I'm on this little ass mattress, right? I'm on this little ass mattress. Damn near my knees are hanging off the end of this mattress. I'm laying diagonal just so I could try to sleep on this, and I can't go to sleep because all I hear is. And you would have thought I would have been able to pass out because I didn't just sleep for 3 hours in the car, but no, I'm struggling, and so I go and I hit the bathroom and I grab tissues and I jam tissues in my ears, and then I'm laying there and I finally fall asleep, and like I wake up, dreary-eyed. This dude's already in the shower, like he slept like a baby, and I'm over there like, oh, dude, I didn't sleep worth a shit. And it was so. Don't ever sleep in a room with Matt. It is the most brutal thing ever. And Gordon, bro, I did. That was a contemplation. I contemplated grabbing that pillow and just easing my suffering. He's lucky I needed a riding buddy, man. So, fuck your snoring, Matt. I'll never share a room with you again. So
I'm hurt.
When we got down to Arkadelphia, I got him his own room. I was like, bro, I'm paying for your room, and this is money well spent. I don't want nothing from you. And when I checked in, I was like, hey, can you not have the rooms side by side? Because I want to be far away from him as possible because I want to hear him through the door, through the wall. But they were side by side. But luckily the beds were opposite, and my TV was where his bed was. And I turned the fucking TV all the way up front with the bed just to make sure I didn't hear his ass snoring through the wall.
You still did.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I slept good, man. The beds were nice there, king size bed. Only my feet hanging off and not my knees. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Those were nice rooms.
So, we get to Arkadelphia to meet up with Big Moonshiner, Big Chuck. And, we get down there. And first thing I notice is the salt in the air. Like, I could smell And
Yeah.
yeah, it did, Gordon. I could smell and taste the salt in the air. And I said that to somebody, and they looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, bro, you can. I know we're still north of Louisiana, about 2/3 of the way up into Arkansas, but dude, I could smell and taste it,
Yeah.
the salt, and it was warm, but it wasn't like, and it was warm and humid, but it wasn't oppressive like
Yeah.
here you get that super thick tropical wet humidity and you can't breathe and
Yeah.
but then
It was a comfortable hot.
but also everybody's like this is an unseasonable cool stretch, and I'm like, fucking sweet, man, sweet.
Yeah.
And so we get there and we're like, and I'll tell you, man, when we got into this, it was Caddo Valley. There wasn't shit.
No.
It wasn't shit. It reminded me of going out to West Virginia and hanging out with one buddy. Like, you get in this town, man,
There ain't nothing.
there ain't nothing, man. There wasn't nothing. I mean, there was stuff, you know what I'm saying, but when I say nothing, like, I'm from where I live, like I can hit 10 different Walmarts if I drive 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Any way I go, I can hit a Walmart, or I'm 5 minutes. Like, you can walk to the end of the road and go to the Dollar General. Like, uh, so it's just when I say nothing, there's just not a whole lot, like, and so we find and we have lunch at Fat Boys Fine Dining. The food was good.
Oh, that was
Friday
delicious.
special, to fish and fry, fish and chips, and dude, it was really nice. We ended up our waitress, really nice lady, really really nice lady, and it was a funny story about that later on, but we
Yeah.
ate there, and and I tell you, man, as soon as the first person I talked to the last person, everybody was nice, and
I, I, I couldn't get over how nice everybody was.
how you doing, Scott Bryant? Yeah, like it was definitely Southern hospitality, and it reminded me of myself, like
Hmm.
accepting, loving, like how you doing, what do you need, welcome down here. You tell people when you're like, oh yeah, I came down from Ohio, they look at you like, from Ohio, and it's like, yeah, I'm down for the music show on Saturday night. They're like, but you came down for a music show, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm moonshiner from Ohio, and then it all makes sense to them. But so we ate and everything. We left there and we went over to we found I started look we ran over to Walmart. Matt Lemasters needed some shorts because he forgot his shorts, even though his wife packed them. He just didn't know where to look in his bag apparently.
I'm married. Can never find anything.
And so I'm like, well, fuck it, man. We still got like 2 hours before we could check in. Let's find a bar. Oh, you want to talk about a feat? Let's find an open bar on Friday in that area at 2 o'clock. And I found one place. It was a nice, like, little, I want to say, like a cantina style.
Hmm.
And it was cool. We went there, had a couple beers, and then we went and checked in. And then we just hung out, waited for Big Chuck to get over to Betty's. And he was over setting up. And we walk in Betty's, and where the venue is, man, it's this old, used to be skating rink. And it's still a skating rink when you walk in. They got the floor.
Floor still intact.
Like, dude, it was cool. Like, it was definitely nostalgic. If you grew up in skating
Yeah.
rinks, it took you back. But here you are, an adult, about to get shit faced instead of skating, and you about to get blasted. But we walk in, we meet the owners.
Real
Nice,
good people.
you have nice couple. Y'all know I'm terrible with names, so we'll clear that up later on. But it was Betty's, Betty's Country Bar, I believe it was, in dance hall.
Betty's.
Or it
Yeah,
was
dance hall.
the atmosphere
Country
was
dance
cool,
hall.
and it was big. Like, it was so big that when there was a couple hundred people in there, you couldn't tell.
Yeah. It,
Like,
it,
it
it
was
looked
wild.
empty.
And so I met Big Chuck, and he gave me the untaxed and clear shirt. Uh, and you know me, man. And by end of the night, I'm at the bar, like, hey, ma'am, do you have a pair of scissors I can borrow? She's like, cut the sleeves off that shirt, ain't you? And I was like, hey, man, when you blow the doors off, it's 20 degrees cooler. So, but it was really cool just to drive down there, meet Big Chuck. Like I said, I talk to him all the time. We always talk liquor between me, him, and Sean. We got a group chat and we talk a lot of liquor, and because that's what we love to do. It's our hobby. It's what we're passionate about. And and I tell you, man, I'm always honored when somebody you respect reaches out for your opinion or just to pick your brain. It definitely makes you feel a little something,
Oh yeah.
Uh, so I meet Big Chuck, and it's dude, you could just tell he's a great dude, great dude, man, and
Absolutely.
just like you'd expect, ain't no different than you see him in his videos, the way he carries himself and treats the people around him. It was definitely, I'll tell you what, man, it was a magical experience. Let's just say that it was amazing.
And just to give a tip of the hat to him, I mean, he had a lot going on, getting everything set up, doing all that for that big show.
Yeah, he was.
And he still dedicated a lot of time just for us.
Yeah, he definitely felt time, just to,
yeah, it's super person. Good dude.
It's a lot different. We talk on the phone a lot. It's a lot different to be able to see somebody in person when they're 750 miles away, and just shot the shit for a little bit, and then he headed out back home, and we sat at the bar, had beers all night, hanging out, and then the next day we did the same thing. I would tell you, like, you would think Matt was 6'3", 350, but he fucking ate the whole. Every 5 minutes, he's like, "Man, you want to get something to eat?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm full, man. Like, how are you hungry?"
Hell no.
And he didn't have the old lady there at the time. He couldn't eat the shit, so he's like, "Hey, man, let's get Taco Bell. I got this brisket sandwich." I dig it though. You know what I'm saying? I had snacks in my bedroom. He didn't, and so he's waking up 8 o'clock Saturday morning. "Hey man, you ready to get some breakfast?" Like, "Nah, bro, I ain't getting no breakfast."
It was free.
I don't care. I'm laying
free breakfast. You gotta eat it.
I'm laying in this bed. Hell yeah, all that storm makes you hungry. That shit burns up calories.
Gotta replenish, stock up, re-energize.
Simmering at night, it just burns up calories. Huh? That's a good one. I mean, if that was true, he would be as skinny as my stepson. So I don't think that's true. The way that dude snores. But Matt snores so hard, I'm surprised you don't sweat from snoring. Shit.
Hell, I think I do.
And so we was trying to find something to do on Saturday, and the closest thing there was Hot Springs, and it was like 45 minutes away. And I'm like, "Bro, we drove 750 miles, man. I'm not driving 45 minutes away to go see some Hot Springs."
No.
I'm
last thing I want to do was get back in that truck.
Yeah, and so like instead we chose just to go over to Betty's because they was over. I started sound checking at noon, so we go over to Betty's at noon, and they're all sound checking. I get to meet the other people that are part of Big Chuck's group, Mud and Moonshine. So I got to meet Big Poe.
Good dude too.
G, got to meet his guitarists and drummers, dude. The guitarist he had there was amazing.
Wow,
like
he
dude,
was.
Yeah, like it was wild, man. So they're just doing their thing. We're shooting shit, we're talking liquor, and every time fucking Chuck introduces me to somebody, he's like, "This is a real moonshiner," and I'm like, "Bro, I ain't no real moonshiner. I'm just a dumbass dude with a video camera. That's all I am. I'm willing to be like, here you go, do this." But it's just funny, and I will say, dude, every time I talk to somebody, and because the area that they're at is real, it seems like it's real strict on moonshine and stills and liquor, and because it was kind of like it seemed like a more of a hush hush thing, like they didn't really, flamboyance or
they wouldn't open up about it real strong.
No, and you got me there because like here it's a little more lax. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never sold a jar of liquor. Everything I've ever made is for me to drink or for me to have my buddies try or my buddies' wives try. But at the end of the night, you still buying beers, you still buying that fifth of Evan Williams. It's just nice to make you a little something to sip on.
Mhm.
To me, it ain't no different than making beer or wine. So, but and that in here in Ohio, it's legal to own a still for essential oils and water distillation, and then like you look around and dude, there's 50 moonshiners I can think of off jump just here in this area. And I'm talking to Big Chuck down there, and he's like, man, it's not real prevalent down here. You don't see a whole lot of guys, and so there was actually a couple guys that follow me on Facebook and TikTok that were in the area that lived down there, a little ways out. They came in to meet me and ended up getting to meet Chuck. And Chuck's like, dude, this is super cool. You bringing us together. I come from Ohio and bring Arkansas shiners together. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. It don't matter where you're from. This community, we all care and love for each other. So there's no reason. There's
Yeah.
no reason to not to. You know what I'm saying?
I,
There's too much.
I'm trying to.
Love out here.
There was somebody else I was talking to, and I had been talking to them all night, and then they kind of slipped up and let me know that they make it. And one of the guys down there, and I'm like,
Me too. Like with me, I'm somewhere like, hey, who wants a drink? Who wants a drink? Because they're pretty lax around here. You know what I'm saying? When we go places, it's we keep it on a down low, but like it's really lax.
It's definitely more old school laws down there.
And every time I'm like, hey man, I'm a shiner from Ohio. People's eyes are just it's like all of a sudden they treat you a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So we're down here. We're at this festival, and people know I'm a shiner from Ohio, and I got to meet Cooking with Cajun too.
Oh yeah, Cajun's a good guy.
Cooking with Cajun, he's a good dude, man.
That motherfucking cornbread.
That motherfucking cornbread, man. I got a box of his cornbread. I'm gonna make a video making it and trying it. Got some of his seasoning, so I'm really excited. I got to meet Cajun, man. He was a good dude.
Have you tried any of those seasonings yet?
Not yet, man.
Oh.
We got home after 13 hours.
I ain't got nothing in it. I'm plugging. Get Cajun seasonings, get Chuck seasonings, because they're all amazing.
I ordered pizza for dinner tonight, so I didn't have to get out of the chair.
I laughed.
My son go get it and everything.
The wife was cracking them seasonings open. I was laughing at her. She'd stick her finger in, taste it, and her eyes kind of got big. She opened the next one, eyes got even bigger. She's like, "Oh my god, this stuff's great."
Yeah. So, Big Chuck, like while we were down there, Sean was like, "Hey man, I cash out Big Chuck some seasoning money and grab a thing of seasonings for me." And I'm like, "Cool." I had Big Chuck sign it. He gave him a little no-show note. And then we're in the truck on the way home, and Big Chuck calls me. He's like, "Hey man, I give you some seasonings." I was like, "Nah, man, don't worry about it. Sean bought me some. He just don't know it yet." So thanks for those seasonings, Sean. I'll get you the box though that Chuck wrote on for you. But the season, Matt took your seasonings.
Yeah.
He's got your seasonings, not me.
I'll go ahead and say when you taste them, Chucks and Cajuns are totally different.
I would imagine.
So you'll use them different places, but they're amazing.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, dude, it was really cool to meet these people, and you ended up knowing yeah, he's some poison checking for him. I talk to these fellers, tell them what I like to make. I like to make peach brandy. I like to make the blueberry lemonade. So, we'll leave it at that. And we all had a good time. And then, dude, goes along. We get a burger at Betty's. Bro, the burger at Betty's was amazing. Maybe it was because I had been day drinking since noon, and it was about 3:00. But bro, that burger,
that was good. That was good.
It was like something I'd have made at home. Like the burger was hitting, and no complaints about Betty's. Like I said, the staff there was amazing. I believe. Taylor, our bartender Friday night, took care of us. Sure, nobody in this bar Friday night, and me and Matt are just sitting there having beers, talking shit, talking liquor, and we had a good time, and she just,
yeah,
they were all really nice, so the waitress from Fat Boys, her name was Sarah. and I guess my post had popped up on her page, and she had no idea, but she said I was at Fat Boys, and then she goes on there and looks at my page and sees who I am and realizes that I'm a Shiner from Ohio, internet guy, and it was really cool. And I guess it was
Celebrity.
no, ain't that, man, not at all. I'm just a dumbass with a video camera. Anybody can do what I do. Uh, I'll never claim that, but it was just really cool, like just have somebody you follow show up from out of state and you don't realize it at first. And so I think that was really cool. I'd find that cool, just like I thought it was cool. I've been following Big Chuck for a while, and I've heard him sing with Big Poe, and I watched Cooking with Cajun videos, and then to actually meet these people in person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then from the second you meet this person, they treat you like how I would treat you or Sean or Phil Billy. Well, not quite how I treat you or Sean or Phil, but I go hard on y'all. But you know what I'm saying? Like how you would treat, it's just like family, like
Yeah.
it's from the
Oh,
second
Big
how
Poe
you
is
doing.
awesome.
This is me, and I'm like, hey, try this. Let me know what you think. And so we'll just say a little town in Arkansas got to see what some Ohio Shiner boy was all about. And we'll say that was very much pleased. And but dude, the show started, and it was definitely not what I expected. It was hype. It was hype, man. Like, dude, like from the opening act, they had their guitarist and backup singers. They did a little cover band at the beginning, and then old was it 501 Bryce?
50, yeah.
Yep, he sang, did his set. It was
Oh yeah,
jumping.
he's got a future.
Killed it. And then Big Chuck came on. Man, it was my first ever Big Chuck show, and I'm in the front row like a kid. I'm just, dude. I got a jar of Shine in my hand. I ain't gonna lie, I had a jar of Shine because so when we're there, they're serving people drinks in mason jars. And I'm like, well, shit, man, what a better fucking deal. They're serving mixed drinks on the rocks, shots, and whether it's 16-ounce mason jars or 8-ounce, I was like, dude, that's the shit. So, I got my pint of peach brandy. We're in the audience, front row. He's fucking killing it, man. Dude, it was badass. And, it was worth the 1,500. It was worth 1,600 miles of driving.
Absolutely.
Again. And like I said, I just the hospitality was second to none. Just the way they treated us. Like, and
it
we're
really
nobody.
was.
I'm nobody. I'm just a dude. I came in to watch a show, but they didn't treat me like a nobody, man. They treated me like I was family, and it was definitely I felt that way. And y'all know me, man. I'm definitely a loving, polite person. I'm easy to get along with. I love talking to people. People love me. So.
Well, most people.
Yeah, most people, for the most part. Yeah, man, Joseph, Big Chuck, it was cool as hell. I love Big Chuck, man. I highly recommend Big Chuck. We met up with him the next day. I got to test drive that Cadillac. It was beautiful, man. So,
she's pretty.
yeah, I drove that son of a bitch home, and I just need to put some new brakes on it, and we're gonna be good to go. Needs a fuel tank too. Needs a fuel tank.
That's just details.
Dude, it was amazing, man. It was an amazing weekend. It was I tell you, we drove straight home on Sunday. We headed out about 10 a.m. We got home at midnight, 13 hours in the car.
Yeah, you got home midnight.
Yeah.
It was one for me.
That's all right. That's just making up for all the sleeping you did on the way down. You had to get that extra driving in. And but man, yeah, I couldn't have been happier, man, with the experience itself. Just to meet those people, man, and I tell you, it feels like I could pack up and go down there next week, and I could guarantee that everybody would treat me the same, and it doesn't matter if it was me, you, or anybody else. Like no matter what person walks in there, whether you're a Shiner or just an average person, they're gonna treat you right. And dude, I'll tell you what's cool about Betty's, man. Like during the day, they had cornhole tournaments going on. And then not long before the the show started, they had a line dancing class,
Line dancing.
and the lady taught this group of I'm gonna say college girls because that's mainly what it was, and
Yeah.
fellas
Apparently,
how
it was move-in day.
yeah how to do a little line dance for one of Chuck's songs, and during the set they had him up there. They were all up there doing a line dance during his song. So man, it was really cool. I tell you, and it was definitely different to see all these people in cowboy hats and cowboy boots and I'm just like, it's a little different for me because I ain't used to that. But it definitely hits home because that's my type of folks. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
good
yeah.
folks, my type of folks, and it was definitely good folks. So
And that was something I noticed about that show. Just looking at the crowd, there was people of all ages.
mm-hmm.
I'm no spring chicken. I'm getting up there, and I wasn't the oldest person in the building.
No, not at all. I definitely had come in
And
contact with some people. Like there was a lady, and me, I'm nice. I mean, if you're next to me,
yeah,
we're going to talk. Like I can't help myself. I don't care if you're 12 or 90. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or whatever. If you're a dog, I'm petting you. So I'm gonna. If you're next to me, we're going to talk, and that's how.
oh yeah,
That's my personality, and I'm like, oh yeah, where'd you guys come in from? She told me where she come in from, Arkansas. I had no fucking idea, and I'm like, oh yeah, I came down from Ohio. She was like, you came from Ohio for a music show, and I'm like, oh, I'm a moonshiner from Ohio, man. I come down to see Big Chuck's show,
we're supporting.
and just like, she's like, moonshine, where's the good stuff? It's like you knew the question asked, didn't you? And then we won't go farther than that. And but like I said, man, it was a great time, and just everything about it was amazing. And like I said, I'd do
Yeah.
it again. Now, so so I want to thank everybody in Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, at Fat Boys and Betty's, and just all the
Yes.
musicians that I got to meet, all the hands that I got to shake, everybody I got to take a picture with. I was honored to meet every single one of you, and hopefully I look forward to doing it again. I know quite a few of them have followed me after that, and the ones that have let me follow back have followed. So if any of you ever need anything, you want to talk, shoot shit, you want to learn how to make liquor at home, you got questions, you feel free to message me on Facebook, TikTok, however you can get a hold of me. Uh, that's why I'm here. So now we'll go ahead and segue. Now we're trying to get Mud and Moonshine up to Farm the Bottle next year. So old Dan Gray's down. So I guess they'll just have to. He's just waiting on old Chuck and them to hit him up and work out the details. So hopefully we can get them up here to old Ohio,
Oh yeah.
Appalachian areas, and
Heck yeah.
and
I can
show them.
handle another show like that.
Oh yeah, and bigger. Everything will be bigger. So
And I'd never seen anything that type rap done live.
yeah.
That was an experience.
Oh yeah.
I'm hooked.
As a kid, like I've been to hardcore gangster rap shows. Like as a kid, I remember going and seeing Too Short and Bone Thugs and then as a young adult, I remember going to little clubs and seeing new artists that just came out like Paul Wall, Mike Jones, and they were all hype, man. But I tell you, man, that the type of music that Big Chuck sings,
Yeah.
and it reaches the country part of it. You know what I'm saying? You feel the country part of it a little
Yeah.
bit. And so when you're a little bit country and you still got a little bit of rock and roll in you, but you know what I'm saying, you like that,
Yeah.
you like the flow of the rap style because that's what I grew up on mainly, except for when I was working and my uncle was playing country for 13 hours a day. It's so I thought I enjoyed it. It might not be for everybody, but the people it's definitely for them. So. Just like anything else, just like when I'm down there, I'll talk about how I like making brandy. I come across some fellers that only like to make grain liquor, and it's like that's fucking awesome, man. You
Yep.
do you do your thing and do what you love. I love brandy,
Yep.
and
Do
you know,
you and perfect it.
yep. And when you hand somebody a jar and they're like, "What'd you put in this?" and you're like, "That's infused, bro. That's nothing but magic." And you have to you got to swear on your kids or your mom or something just to get them to believe you. You
You
know,
put something in there.
yeah, dude. That tells you you're doing something right. And if I put something in it, I'm gonna tell you. And anytime I hand somebody a jar of blueberry lemonade, I'm like, blueberry lemonade, it's made with blueberries and blueberry juice, some sugar and Kool Aid. And I tell you, just so you know. But so yeah, farm the bottles in 3 weeks, I believe. 3 weeks from
I
Thursday.
think so.
Um, yeah, 3 weeks from Thursday, we're gonna have farm the bottle. So you guys, it might be 4 weeks. So my math is jacked. By the way, it's the 21st, 22nd. I believe it's that weekend.
Yeah,
We're going to be there. We're going
we'll be there.
Me and Phil Billy will be set up inside. So me and Sean will have a place inside. I'll be set up outside, running a 20-gallon pace style still, running water. I guess we got permitted to run water. So you can come out and watch us run water Friday and Saturday. Or, I'll lie to you and tell you it's liquor if it makes you feel better. You ain't allowed to drink it anyways. So we're going to have a live demonstration going on with pasting and all that. And then I know they're going to have a lot of guest speakers to come in and talk about things like Moonshiner Amanda Bryant is coming in to speak. Joe Jackson from Moonshiners will be there speaking and hosting the Hillbilly Games. I don't know if it's the Hillbilly Games. That's called the Hillbilly Games. And I'm doing a talk on home distillation, so I'll be up there talking about home distillation, just how to get started and what you should and shouldn't look for, and then we'll all be there busting each other's balls.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of shiners. We're camping on site, and like I said, it's gonna be a really good weekend, man. I know that the drinking area is open till midnight, and then we move over to the fairgrounds, do what we want. So that being said, next Wednesday at 10 p.m., we're going to have Dan Gray on, the gentleman that runs Farm to Bottle. We're going to talk about Farm to Bottle.
another good dude.
We had. The Masters ain't going to be here because Sean's ass is going to show up. The Masters is going to be here next week, too. But so we hadn't been on in a while, man. Had a lot going on. We all got a lot going on right now. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Check back in with y'all. So we're going to we'll be back next Wednesday. Y'all join us. Come listen to Dan Gray talk from Farm to Bottle. We're going to be at Farm to Bottle in Wilmington, Ohio. I want to say Clinton County Fairgrounds.
Yes, sir. Clinton County.
Nice. Can't remember names, but I remember the fairground. So, yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Thursday, September 3rd. I won't be there Thursday. We'll be there Friday and Saturday. That nobody's taking that bet, man. I've taken so much money from the Masters already. He quit betting me.
I kept taking them sucker bets and just losing my $1 at a time.
Got him. I kept doubling up. He's like, he owes me like 10 grand or some shit like that. We called it even because he rode in the car for 26 hours with me, so we called it even on the bet. And I'm trying to coach him.
I get to drive that Cadillac once.
Oh, dude, it's beautiful. But anyways, so we'll be back next Wednesday. Y'all come out here to talk about Farm to Bottle. Trying to get back regularly. Y'all know it's hard. We all got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's hard. We all got families, and it's
especially when you got little. I ain't got no little ones. Mine are old and they don't give a shit about me no more. Oh, they don't carry it. So,
well, I got grandkids now, so
yeah, it's during the day. They're not there at night. We're doing this dumb shit during the week. All right, y'all have a good night. We'll be back next week. Take care. Once again, Big Chuck, thanks, brother. It was an experience of a lifetime, and I'm so grateful you extended that invite to me. And the Masters is so grateful that Sean backed out. Now, before I
won the lottery. I'll just say that I won the lottery.
Before we go, we'll say there's a moment when we were driving back, and I look over at Matt, and I was like, "Hey, man, It's like, about 3 years ago when you were just, really getting into moonshining, uh, if somebody walked up and said, "Hey, Matt, in 3 years, you will be driving with this guy here. This guy here. Let's see this dumbass here making
Yeah.
sour mash on a Weber drinking tails. See this guy? Uh, you you will be driving in 3 years with him to go to Arkansas to see this guy who is, a country rapper, because that's what Big Chuck was known as back then. I'm sure he was still a new moonshiner, but now, TV guy and all that. You'll be riding with
Yeah.
this guy down here to attend a show and then drive back. And you're in this moonshiner family now. You're part of this big giant moonshiner family. What would you have said? Would you believe that shit?
Nope. Ain't no way. But I also got to share your silly ass story how we met. I was friends with Sean, and he kept saying, "Man, you need to get with talk to Easy. He'll answer anything. He's great." Well, I never reached out. Went down to Jam. Walking through there, and I saw you. I walked up like, "Hey, I'm Matt Lemaster. I'm glad to meet you." And you're like, "Hey, good to meet you. Here, have some stickers." Asshole, I live 30 minutes from you.
Hey, where's the Jam, man? I'm in a mode.
North Carolina. Have some stickers.
Hey, I'm in a mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a mode, and then I forget what it was. I think you were buying a still from somebody or something, and I had a hand in it, and so we all got added into a group chat. Me, you, and Sean.
Yeah,
we're talking about this still, and one thing led to another, and that's how it goes in this. It's how it goes in this community. All it takes is just getting in a group chat with a feller, and y'all, good folks is hard to find, man. And I spent most of my life dealing with a lot of shit people, going through a lot of shitty folks that you think are your friends that end up not being your friends. And I did meet some really good folks along the way. You know what I'm saying? Really good fellers who, I grew up with some of them I met later in life. But with this community, it's like every time you meet somebody, you could easily become a brother with that dude.
So quick.
So quick. Just because of the love, the compassion, the understanding we all have for each other. And dude, it reminds me of the closest sports team you could be on. It reminds me of the closest sports team. If a new trade comes in, that guy comes in, there ain't no animosity or nothing.
Nope.
It's just caring, love, respect. What do you need, bro?
Pull them in and show them the ropes.
Unless you come in with a big head and you know everything, or you're an asshole, then we weed you out pretty quick, because there ain't no room. There ain't no room for big-headed ego people like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Be humble, man. Being humble gets you a lot farther in life. But all right, it's been a while. I'll sit here and talk all night to y'all. So I'll be here till 4 a.m. like it's a TikTok live and shit. But
I got to work tomorrow. I got to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we stayed up. We was up really late shooting the shit last night. We had Sean up till 2 a.m. He's like, "I gotta sleep." I'm like, "No, dude, listen to this story. Check this out." There's a lot of shit that went down we didn't talk about. Just things that we're not, don't want to speak on here. If you're ever around, we'll talk. So, I'm having my birthday party in Dayton, Ohio, October 19th. It was going to be the 12th, but they're having the Moonshiners Ball down in Livingston, Kentucky that weekend, so I didn't want to conflict with nothing, and I kind of want to go to the ball. So I might be at the Moonshiners Ball. It might be my birthday present to myself as an overnight trip down to the ball. So I'm having my party October 19th. I changed it, let everybody know. Open invite to any shiners that want to come. As long as you come Thursday,
I'll be there.
And come with a heart full of love, man, because there ain't no room for drama or bullshit around here. If you get angry when you drink, you ain't welcome here. Your lady gets angry when she drinks, she ain't welcome here. And that's how it is anywhere in this group, and we don't have that problem. So
yeah,
you guys come on up. and we will talk liquor all night. We'll eat too much. We'll drink way too much, and it'll just be, you know, a night of love, like all these other festivals that we go to. It ain't nothing but caring, love, and companionship, man. So
Oh yeah,
that's the best part about it. And I tell you, man,
he's got plenty of food for us. Trust
yeah,
me.
we'll have plenty of food. And like I said, like it really showed me last night. It doesn't matter where in this country I go. Every time I meet up with a fellow Shiner, even when it's the first time I've ever met up with them, man, they just treat me like family. Like I said, I had known, you know, I've been talking to Chuck for 6 months to a year now, I'd say, and he didn't know Matt from fucking Jimmy on the
Never.
block. Treated him no differently than they treated me, man, just like family.
Yeah.
You know, like they all knew me. I knew Chuck, you know,
Yeah.
but it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. He
all right,
good
we're gonna
dude.
get out of here. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. We're gonna have Sean here. His ass is gonna be here. We'll make sure of it. And even if he don't be here, he gonna be at Farm to Bottle. And so when we're at Farm to Bottle, we're gonna commandeer American Whiskey Shit and do a podcast from there again. So they do all the work. I get to pull a Sean and roll in and reap all the reward at the end. It's a nice change. So y'all take care. Y'all have a great night. We love all y'all. Take care. Shine on.
Shine on.
Love you, Big Chuck. Big Chuck. Party ain't a party till Big Chuck says. Party ain't a party till Big Chuck says.